Zenkelid Station, orbiting a dying star, stands as a marvel of ancient engineering built by the Zalith. The station siphons energy from the star's final breaths, powering its vast network of weapons and warp gates. With the star nearing collapse, factions across the galaxy vie for control, hoping to harness its destructive power. The Zalith, known for their war-thirsty tendencies, fiercely defend the station, but internal espionage and external threats push the station to the brink. The Zalith solidify their defenses on Zenkelid Station, enlisting the aid of Thornir and his Karanoth mercenaries to repel incursions. Unknown to them, Thornir conspires with the Forged Dominion, who see the station's star-powered technology as the key to controlling galactic trade routes. Meanwhile, Faresh infiltrates the station under the guise of a Zalith engineer. Using his expertise in sabotage, he begins planting devices to disrupt the star energy conduits, creating vulnerabilities for an incoming attack. In the shadows, Jovask, leading a nomadic Urakim fleet, feigns neutrality while secretly aligning with Drajar, who promises the Krizel dominance over the galactic core if the station falls into their hands.
Scene 1. The Council Chamber. A vast, dimly lit hall. The Zalith warlords stand at a towering war table, Thornir watching them coldly. Faresh, disguised as an engineer, listens from the shadows.
This station is the beating heart of our war machine. Let them come. We will grind them into the dust.
Your confidence is admirable, but misplaced. The Forged Dominion does not fight fair. Their spies slither within your walls, and the Krizel, their warlord, Drajar, would rather see this station burn than let you keep it.
And you, Karanoth? A mere advisor, lecturing warriors?
A mere advisor who has kept you alive this long, who ensured your warships still orbit this dying star, who secured an engineer to reinforce your power conduits.
Faresh steps forward, bowing slightly, concealing his true intent.
The siphoning conduits are stable, for now. But if your enemies find a weakness, this entire station could be vulnerable.
The Zalith exchange wary glances. Thornir smirks. Seeds of doubt are...
Zolvir, fueled by vengeance for the Zalith's betrayal during an earlier Forged Dominion war, leads a sudden, brutal assault on the station. His fleet bombards the outer defenses, causing panic among the Zalith commanders. Thornir uses the chaos to convince the Zalith to grant him control of key defensive systems, further consolidating his power. Inside the station, Faresh triggers the first sabotage, a minor explosion in one of the energy conduits. This disrupts the star's siphoning process, causing fluctuations that weaken the station's defenses. Faresh reports his success to Thornir, who begins orchestrating the takeover. Jovask, under orders from Drajar, feigns a rescue mission for the Zalith, offering to reinforce their defenses against Zolvir's fleet. In reality, his ships position themselves to cut off the station's escape routes, trapping everyone inside. Zolvir's fleet emerges from the void, opening fire. The station trembles under bombardment. In the chaos, Faresh sets his first sabotage in motion. Scene 2. The sabotage begins. A dimly lit corridor deep within the station. Faresh, unseen, sets explosive charges on the main energy conduits. A low hum builds, then explosion. The entire station shudders. Emergency sirens blare. Zalith officers run, shouting commands. Thornir, standing at the control deck, watches with feigned concern.
We're losing power. Shields destabilizing.
Let me take control of the defensive grid. Your men are warriors, not tacticians.
Very well, but fail us, and I will personally rip out your spine.
Thornir smirks, one step closer to total control. Scene 3. The False Rescue. Jovask's fleet arrives, broadcasting a transmission to the Zalith.
Zen-Khalid Command. This is Commander Jovask of the Urakim Fleet. We intercepted Zolvir's transmissions. His attack is merely a distraction. My ships can reinforce your defense.
The Zalith, desperate, accept. Jovask's fleet moves in, but instead of aiding, they block the station.
Trap them in! Drazar wants them desperate when he arrives.
His fleet silently shifts, cutting off retreat paths. The Zalith don't realize they are being hunted. As the station's defenses falter, the Zaleth uncover Faresh's sabotage. In a tense confrontation, Faresh kills his interrogators and escapes into the lower levels, where he encounters Zolvir. The two form a temporary alliance, realizing their shared hatred for the Zaleth. Meanwhile, Thornir's duplicity comes to light when he orders his mercenaries to fire on Zaleth's warships. The Zaleth leader, enraged, attempts to override Thornir's command, but is assassinated by one of Thornir's operatives. Thornir assumes full control of the station, proclaiming it a corporate asset of the Forged Dominion. In the chaos, Drazar arrives with his Kryzel fleet, launching an all-out assault. His forces breach the station, overwhelming Thornir's mercenaries. Jovask, realizing Drazar intends to destroy the station and everyone aboard to consolidate his power, betrays him and turns his fleet against the Kryzel. As the station falters, the Zalith discover Faresh's sabotage. The infiltrator is cornered in the power core, faced with a Zalith interrogator. Scene 4. The betrayal revealed. Zalith interrogator, snarling, pressing blade to Faresh's throat.
You sold us out. Who do you serve?
Faresh, cold smile.
The highest bidder.
He lunges, snapping the interrogator's neck before escaping into the dark corridors. Faresh flees and runs into Zolvir, bloodied from battle. The two pause, evaluating each other. A silent understanding forms. Zolvir, low growl. Faresh, wiping blood from hands.
I have my reasons.
Zolvir, smirking.
Then let's make them suffer together.
An uneasy alliance is formed in the shadows, just as Thornir betrays the Zalith completely. Scene 5. Thornir takes control. In the command center, Thornir's mercenaries suddenly turn on the Zalith, gunning down their commanders. The Zalith leader staggers, wounded. Zalith leader, gasping.
You, traitor. A businessman securing an asset.
He gestures, and a sniper executes the Zalith leader.
Zen-Khalid Station now belongs to the Forged Dominion.
Thornir stands over the corpse, victorious, until Drazar's fleet arrives. Drazar, broadcasting, voice, booming.
You think you've won, Thornir? This station is mine.
The Kryzel fleet attacks, breaching the outer defenses. The battle erupts into full-scale war. As the Dying Star destabilizes further, Faresh sabotages the station's core reactor, forcing Thornir to abandon his plans of corporate control. Zolvir, consumed by vengeance, confronts Thornir in the command center. Their battle ends with Zolvir activating a failsafe that begins to overload the star siphoning system, threatening to destroy the station. Drazar, realizing he's losing control, retreats with his fleet, leaving the others to face the station's impending collapse. Jovask, seeing an opportunity for redemption, coordinates an evacuation of the remaining Zalith and Thornir's mercenaries, while Faresh escapes with critical data on the Forged Dominion's future plans. As the station implodes, the Dying Star erupts into a supernova, creating a massive shockwave that destroys everything in the immediate vicinity. Zolvir, refusing to abandon his revenge, perishes in the explosion, taking Thornir with him. Scene 6, the final confrontation. In the reactor core, Faresh rigs a final detonation, ensuring no one claims the station. Thornir storms in, bloodied, desperate. Thornir, snarling, raising a gun.
Stop. We can control this station together.
Faresh, smirking, clicking the detonator.
No, Thornir. We let it burn.
The station begins to collapse. Scene 7, Zolvir's revenge. In the control tower, Zolvir faces Thornir in a brutal fight. Both warriors battle, but Zolvir, fueled by vengeance, gains the upper hand. Zolvir, panting, bloodied, pinning Thornir against the console.
This station will be your tomb.
He slams a failsafe, overloading the siphoning system. The entire station begins imploding. Thornir, desperate, laughing.
You're as doomed as I am.
Zolvir, smiling grimly. Zolvir refuses to leave. The station erupts, taking both warriors with it. Scene 8. The Aftermath. Drazar's forces flee, abandoning their conquest. Jovask, guilt-ridden, turns his fleet to evacuate the survivors. Jovask, urgent to his crew.
Get the Zalith out! Get everyone out! We salvage what we can!
Faresh, meanwhile, escapes with stolen Forged Dominion data. His next move, unknown. Then, the star collapses. A blinding supernova engulfs Zenkalid Station, erasing it from existence. Shifting alliances. The destruction of Zenkalid Station sends shockwaves through the galaxy. The Kryzel blame the Forged Dominion for the catastrophe, while the Dominion accuses the Kryzel of reckless aggression. The Zalith retreat to Zenkalid to rebuild, vowing vengeance on all who conspired against them. Faresh, now armed with secrets stolen from the station, returns to the Forged Dominion, setting the stage for a new conflict. Jovask, haunted by his betrayal, becomes a rogue commander, hunted by both the Kryzel and the Zalith. The galaxy is left fractured, with new alliances forming and old ones collapsing. As the galaxy reels from the station's destruction, new conflicts arise. Kryzel transmission.
The Forged Dominion will pay for this treachery. The Kryzel sought destruction, and they found it. We will not be blamed.
The Zalith, in ruins, swear vengeance. The balance of power has shifted, and the war is far from over.